Hello everyone, welcome back to Byte Repo. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at HTML quotations and citations. We'll be adding meaning to our contents with quotes and references using HTML quotation tags and elements. In this lesson, like I mentioned, we will learn how to add quote, references, and extra meaning to our HTML pages. We will discover tags like Blockquote, quote, that is the Q tag, Cite tag, and the abbreviation tag that make our content more meaningful, well structured, and accessible, professional on our website. Why do we need quotations on our HTML website or in the structure of our HTML elements? Quotes attributes create correct content. Okay, they add context to references on our site. They make text more semantic and accessible. So with quotes or quotations, we are able to structure our content in a semantic format. Okay, we also look at HTML semantic as we move forward in this lesson. What are some of the examples of the HTML quotation elements and tags that we have? So we have the block quote. So for the block quote, they are used as quotation tags or elements for long quotations, often indented on websites. Okay, by the time we do this, the practical, we are going to see how it looks like. We'll be using a block of code from some websites to demonstrate this. We also have the abbreviation, so we use it to define abbreviations to show full form of and also to show full form on over, like when we have a mouse over on that particular quotation, we are able to see the full form. For instance, if we use WHO, okay, which stands for what? World Health Organization. Instead of us having World Health Organization on our web page, we simply have WHO, but on our mouse over on WHO, we are able to see the full meaning of who. Now we also have the quotes, which is used for short quotes and inline quotes on the web page. We have the address. We use this for contact informations. We use it to style. So the outcome of this will be like the style italic format as a default content. We also have the site. So the site, which we use as the source of our work, a particular work. The outcome is also italic in format. We also have the bidirectional override quotes, which we use tag or elements in the code HTML codes that we use to change the direction of a particular content. It's rare for us to see this used on websites. So these are some of the examples that we have. We have the block, we have, like I've mentioned, we have the quote, we have the sites, and we have the bidirectional elements. In our demo, we are going to see how this particular element or tags works. So now we'll be doing some demo and see how we are able to use some of these HTML quotation elements and tags. Let's start with creating a comment. Okay, let's create a comment here, and we call it what? HTML quotations. Is that spelling of quotation correct? I guess it is. I get it correct. it should be QUO instead of QOU. Okay, so the first example here will be the block quote. So let's start with the block quote. So open, then you just type block quotes and it auto completes. Then you write the content within it. So we say, let's say we write a content like saying HTML is the, let's use lowercase, is the backbone of the web. Okay, so this is the block quote. Let's assume this is a simple block quote, and let's see the results as we do this on. Maybe I should comment this out so that we can see. Just a minute. See how we can comment this out. Ctrl Z. I want to comment all of them so that we have space to see what we are doing. Now, yes, so we have this now. This is what we've done. You remember when I was presenting on the slide that there is an indentation whenever we write a block quote. So this is the indentation. Normally you shouldn't have this because in our normal HTML tags, like let's say the peak tag now, you will see that we don't have this indentation, but because this is a block quote, we are having this indentation, the space between this the extreme line of the page and like some inches away from the extreme line of the page. So that's for the block quote. So let's do for the normal quotation tag. So let's put that into a P paragraph. So we say Q, which is a quotation, and we write something like, say, code is like humor. Say it's like humor, and we put this and we close the quote. Okay, the quote is already closed, by the way, so we can now continue with writing other thing after the closing tag for the quote. So we just come here and keep writing, and let's say the continuation of our sentence is what, let's say, you must explain it if it is bad. Okay, and that's it. So that's the end. And as you can see, there's a difference between the block quote and the normal quotation. So for this one now, you can see that it's not indented, and it's only, the quotation is only applied to a certain sentence that we've used it around. We've used the quotation tag around. So for instance, we use it around the quote is code is like humor, and here we see that code is like humor is on quote. So let's see the next. So the next will be, let's see the cite quotes. So the cite quotes, I think I've explained this, but we are still going to see how it works. So the cite quote is, let's say we are writing a content, or let's also put this within the p tag so that we see exactly how it works. So let's put it within the p tag, because the p tag now is like the main tag that we will use. No, not body, you want the p. Okay, so within the site now, we can now have a content. Let's say the great, my typing this morning is not so good. The great what's Gasty, I don't know what Gasty is, but let's say the great Simon, whatever. And we stop it there, and we continue our sentence by saying the Great Simon by Byte Ripple. By Byte Ripple. Okay. So we see here that, I told you whenever we are using the Cite quotes, it's always italic. So from the Great Simon, we could see that the Great Simon is italic, which is where we use the Cite tag or elements. So from D to Simon, okay, from D to Simon is italic, and the rest of it is Byte Ripple, which is not italic. So that's what the Cite quote, that's what it does. And finally, let's do for the bidirectional quotes. So for the bidirectional quotes, we use the abbr. Okay, so do that. So the abbr is the element or the tag name. So, and within it we have the title attributes. Remember, we've talked about attributes before, so this shouldn't be new to you by now. So like I mentioned, let's use World Health Organization as the full sentence. Okay, organization, and let's say the abbreviation is what? WHO. Okay, and our final content will be was founded in 1948. Okay, and now we can see that WHO is the only thing we see here. We can see this World Health Organization, but on this WHO, we will see that World Health Organization is highlighted or is displayed because we use the it's not bidirectional, it is abbreviation. I think I said bidirectional. This is the abbreviation elements, not bidirectional elements. So using the abbr, the abbreviation elements, we are able to see the full text based on the attribute of title that we've used. Okay, and I think the final one is the bidirectional one that I made mention of. So the bidirectional one tag will be AB. It is AB, it is BDO, and we have an attribute called dir, which is direction, and we have, it depends, RTL. Okay, RTL is either is value for rights to the right or to the left. So right to left rather. So the R stands for right, while the T stands for to, and the L stands for left. So, and that we close it. We close the opening tag, and we just write our content within this, the opening tag and the closing tag. So we say this text is reversed. Okay, now we see that the text is reversed. This should be, normally it should be this text is reversed, but we now see that instead of it starting from right to left, it's now starting from the sentence on our display on our web page is starting from left to right. Okay, from left to right. So this left shouldn't be, this particular one shouldn't be here. It should start from here. But because we use this RTL, if you use LTR, now we say left to left. We say left to left. The sentence should be left to left. We can now see that it is left to left. But we say left to right. Okay. it's still the same, left to left the same, left to right the same. But if you say right to left, then that is when we now see that there is an inversion or a reversal in the sentence. Okay, and that's it for all the tags. So we've talked about the block quotes, and we've seen how it works. We've also talked about the main quote, and we've also seen how that works. So I think this is where we end it today. In our next class, like I mentioned, we are going to be seeing HTML, colors, and so many other things that are interesting when it comes to web development. Before we go, I have a challenge for you as usual. So you will have to create a quote section about your favorite author or scientist using the block quote for a long quote, likewise using the sites to reference them, and you should add an abbreviation for any acronym used in the quote. To see how this plays out, or how you'll be able to understand what quotations are used for, you should use these quotations because they also contribute to website accessibility. They also contribute to the search engine optimization of web applications. So by the time you start creating like real websites, you will see the true meaning or the true usefulness of this particular module or lesson that we are taking on, we are learning. So in conclusion, we have been able to explore how to add quotes and references with HTML using tags that improve semantics and accessibility. So in our next class, we are going to be seeing HTML comments and colors. Until then, stay focused, keep coding, and see you in the next class.